Thank you very much for clicking in. Now, we're doing this out of studio, guys. We're usually in work uniform and indifference. But I needed to get this article out because Fani Willis is receiving some mainstream attention now. This is starting to go sort of not in the direction that she thought it would. By pulling the race card, she thought that she could get everybody to stand down. And although there are no congressional powers that can remove her specifically from the case, however, the Court of Public Opinions, it does have quite the impact, especially when it comes down to the litigation process. If we have a fair jury trial in what Fani Willis has brought forward to Donald Trump. But I've got a little bit of a video that I'd like you to watch, and you can actually see how this is all crumbling for the Willis plantation, maybe, probably. Anyhow, check this out. Here we go.
With Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade. Wade is assisting in the Trump election interference case. Fox 5's Deidre Dukes is live at the state capitol with the day's developments. Deidre.
And we heard from the first time today during that committee meeting that so-called whistleblowers from inside the DA's office, we were told, have contacted the committee chair accusing DA Willis of misconduct and the misuse of funds.
Don't you just love how they say so-called whistleblower? Like, these are uncredible whistleblowers, people that are insignificant, that don't play any factor in these cases. It's always like that when it comes to the other side of the aisle. Why can't they just say, hey, something was done wrong here?
If you had to give me a sentence, what is the sentence theme?
Once I told him about his, respectfully and in an email, about his lack of leadership and the fact that he wanted to do things with grants that were impossible. And I kept telling him, we can't do that, and questioning stuff. He would take me off projects, tell people I wasn't doing what I was supposed to because I questioned him. Because I understood, I helped write that grant. I knew what was in that grant. He told everybody in front of Crystal, Deontay, everybody, we're going to get MacBooks, we're going to do that, we're going to get swag, we're going to use it for travel. I said, you cannot do that. It's a very, very specific grant.
Does that sound like a so-called whistleblower to you? That's pretty significant right there. And that's one of many right there coming out. And so here's the rest of this. Roll
this is not any type of political witch hunt. This is a quest for the truth.
State Senator Bill Cowser dropped a bombshell as the meeting got underway. The committee chair said he's heard from several whistleblowers who are eager to testify.
There are whistleblowers inside the Fulton County DA's office that are raising complaints and allegations about the misuse of both federal funds and state funds.
Fulton DA Fani Willis has come under fire for having an intimate relationship with Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade. Willis hired Wade to lead the 2020 Trump election interference case.
You lose the confidence of the public in the fairness of our criminal justice system if they think prosecutors are engaging in prosecution so that their lovers can get rich.
Attorneys for several Trump co-defendants want Willis disqualified and the charges dismissed, saying she benefited financially from her relationship with Wade.
I think a political witch hunt or show trial would damage Georgians' faith in both our political and legal system.
Democrat Representative Gloria Butler, not really interjecting anything of significance other than the fact that she just wishes that people would quit investigating the wrongdoings of her side of the aisle, which is, by the way, a uniparty. So back to the video.
Republican lawmakers spearheaded the committee over the objection of Senate Democrats who call the investigation a political witch hunt.
Well, when you get right down to it, it goes as far back as the 2020 election. That's unfortunate.
She's kind of right, except for the fact that it was a complete and total debacle whenever they mechanically changed the audio of the phone call to Brad Raffensperger, which does not actually mean in context what they're accusing Trump of. If you listen to the whole phone call, it does not mean that at all. And then they built a whole bunch of other BS indictments off of the first BS indictment. And Brian Kemp is just as guilty because of the fact you got to look into what happened to, what was it, his daughter's boyfriend with that car that just supposedly didn't completely explode in that really non-significant crash. That was crazy. So anyways, yeah, it does go back to the 2020 election stuff. But what I think was really going on is there's a huge cover-up. And they're trying their best to cover their tracks. And Fani Willis just crapped all over the whole thing. Back to the video.
Next several months, the bipartisan panel will look into allegations of potential conflicts of interest and the misuse of state funds. Willis may be subpoenaed to testify.
It's not a given. If I will certainly give her the opportunity, and if I were her, I would want to be heard.
Alrighty, so yeah, there you go. Thank you for hanging out, watching this video. Please hit the like, subscribe, and share as always. And here we go. We out.
Cuffy, and this is my personal opinion, to one woman to another, is dangerous to your administration. He tells people, when I reached out to you, he told me, you think your word is safe? Exactly when you reached out to Miss Willis, she called me and told me, she tell me everything. So once you reach out to her, she's going to reach back out to me. So I didn't even go to HR because he put Dexter's name on my PDP, and I didn't even feel safe going to anybody.